Hey, good day there. So what we're going to be talking about today is hand positioning. Because a lot of people have been commenting, why aren't your hands up? Or why are your hands like this? So I'm going to give you a little bit of context on this. So basic advice is keep your hands up. And this is, when I say basic, it's fucking basic. This is like day one, this is what you will be told. Keep your guard up. And you get different types of guard. So a basic high guard is hands higher than your lips generally because you want to protect your jaw. You don't want to get fucking clocked on the jaw, so you'll generally keep your hands here. What is often commonly taught is, imagine you've got handlebars, like a door handle or handles here on your jaw, and you can keep your hands here. So this basic advice, again, day one kind of stuff, you want to have your hands high. You want to protect your jaw. But more than anything, you want your hands to be active. Now, hand positioning is only one of many things that is very important in defense. Footwork, distance management, head movement, angles, positioning, all of these things are equally important, all come together. Okay, but back to hand positioning. Okay, so you've got a guard here. So you can have like a cross-body guard here. This is one type of guard. This utilizes the shoulder roll. So a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, but you can get hit here. That's why you fucking shoulder roll. Get hit in the back, you can pull the elbow back to protect the ribs. There's different strategies for different guards. So you've got a crossbody guard where you can use this, you can parry, you can shoulder roll, you can counter out of it. You've got high guard here. This is kind of like a standard guard with the elbows pretty much resting on the ribs. Here you can see your hands roughly shoulder or just above shoulder and jaw height here. So this is like a standard boxing guard, which is quite good. As you get into closer range, what will generally happen is you bring your guard higher, generally towards the eyebrows. Why that is as you come in closer, it becomes easier to come over your hands. At long range, your hands can be here and you've got time to cover for any long shots that come over. But when you're very tight, elbows come very quickly over the top. So then your hands can't be here because you can get clocked over the top very easily. Then your hands come in higher. So your hands will come in higher, almost like you've got horns here. Then you've got different, now you can never cover your entire body. So this also drives me fucking nuts because oaks are like, yeah, your hands need to be, shut the fuck up. Your hands need to be where they need to be based on situation and circumstance. That's it. There's no one static guard that's the correct way of doing things. If you think that, you don't fucking know anything. Let me know, sorry, I get a little bit frustrated with these oaks. Okay, so yeah, you've got a guard here. So, for example, you want to protect the center line here. You've got slap parries. As you can see, I'm only moving my hand, the width of my head. I don't need to reach out here to block. That just leaves me vulnerable. So slap parries are small and tight. You've got shield or stone wall covers where you use the blades of your forearm and your elbows to cover. You still want to be able to see. You don't want to lose visual of your enemy. So you're covering here. So you've got slap parries. You've got stone wall covers. Yeah, you can see you've got head movement. You've got, again, different guards here. You can do a staggered guard where you go one long and one short. So you use this to gauge and feel distance. This is your first layer of defense. You've obviously got pulling, head movement, footwork, but you've got this hand retracting in the back, and then you can obviously fire out of that. So you've got staggered defense here, like I was saying, one long, one short. You can keep both tight. When someone fires down the center line, generally you want to move off the center line as you come in, but you obviously got to defend the center line. If someone's coming around, you obviously have to cover. If someone's firing here and I cover there, as you can see, I'm vulnerable here. So your arms cannot be everywhere. So if someone throws to the ribs here, you obviously need to compress your body, bring your elbow towards your hip, because if they hit the hip, they're just going to break their hand. Their goal is to hit you in the ribs here, so you'll compress and cover there. But if you cover here, look where you're vulnerable there. So what a lot of guys will do is they'll throw a body shot to this shot, part of your ribs here. If you cover there, you're now vulnerable here. So they'll come here, one, and then come around, two. And this around shot, the first one will come there, second one comes there. So you cannot be everywhere. So you need to be mindful that your arms will need to move. So you've got footwork, turning, angling, so you can use your arm to cover if they come around. If they come more angled in at a 45, it's there. If they come straight, it's there. If they're coming up for an uppercut, it's there. So you need to be able to use your arms and your shoulders to move and cover down to protect the ribs, back to protect around the back of the ribs. Okay, so you need to practice these little movements. I'll just show you the muscles, the shoulder blades from the back. Subtle movements here, and then you obviously got your hips that come into play as well. Okay, I'm going to end off there. It's already 5 minutes.